which makes it really uncomfortable to stand in the kitchen for a long period of time. So I actually have to sit on a cooler.
What's your butt out, bruh? Some said Roblox character, this is. Yo. So we got a lot of big backs in this chat. I can name literally 10 of y'all right now, bruh. So I picked out a reaction here that y'all could relate to. And I'm talking about you guys, not me. You feel me? Because I eat healthy, I go to the gym, I'm fit. Stop playing with me. The craziest meals ever eaten on my 600-pound life. This is by Big Craig. Shout outs to him. There will be a link to the original video down below.
The patients on my 600-pound life eat some of the craziest meals ever seen on TV. And in this video, we're going to break down the most insane, looking at the calories, cost, and more. Starting with James B, the man who is addicted to getting food deliveries. James's story was in season 10 of the show, and he weighs in at a 625 pounds.
Yo! Oh my god, I can't. Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know why I'm reacting to this because I'm just gonna get mad, bro. Like, I'm really gonna get so mad. I generally don't understand till this day how someone can get up to 625, bro. I'm not here to judge big people. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Like, but at some point, don't you look at yourself or don't you look at the scenario you're in? And I'm talking about, like, one, you can't get out the bed. You can't get off the couch. Can't really do much. You're not as active, right? And you say to yourself, damn, bruh, I can't get any heavier. When does this number stop, bruh?
Which won't come as a surprise when you see what he orders in for his breakfast. Obviously, I'm not American, but from the order he places, it sounds like he's ordering from IHOP, and he shares how excited he gets when he orders food.
A lot of stuff that you could get is just crazy. So
Yo, cameraman, we don't need this angle. This is breakfast, by the way.
How excited he gets when he orders food.
the amount of stuff that you could get is just crazy. So I get excited. It's like the Super Bowl. You can get whatever you want now. You understand?
He lists off his massive order of food, which is just an insane amount for an entire family, let alone one man. Some of these items have been removed from the IHOP menu, so we'll be going with the closest item currently on their menu.
All right, can I get the 2 slices of Steakhouse Premium Pancake? Can I get the Game Day Family Feast? Can I get the original French toast?
His first order of Steakhouse Premium Pancakes consists of 2 pancakes with smoked bacon pieces and caramel sauce, and he orders 2 of these. He then adds a
1,600 K-Cows. That's already $44.
Game Day Family Feast, which consists of 8 pancakes, 8 bacon strips, 4 servings of scrambled eggs, hash browns, and 8 sausage links. And he isn't done yet. He orders some original French toast and finally 2 slices of ham. In total, this mammoth breakfast comes to $84 and around 7,500 calories. And
Chat, that's $84 on breakfast. How and where does he get this money from? One thing is to like food, to love food, to be addicted to food. But how do you get the money to then afford the food? You know what I'm saying? And the bills and everything.
This mammoth breakfast comes to $84 and around 7,500 calories.
Already?
And he hasn't even brushed his teeth yet. It seems hard to believe that it totals this many calories, but seeing the amount of food on the table in front of him shows the reality of the situation. The most shocking part about this is that he actually finishes every single item he orders and still wants more.
So when breakfast is over, then I'm already thinking about lunch. I do get full, but it's temporary. Then I'm already back on the phone, looking at what I'm gonna get for lunch.
Now, obviously, James needs to change his eating habits quickly if he wants to lose weight. And my newsletter, The Fat Loss Kitchen, could be the key for him and anyone else looking to lose weight while not eating boring meals.
Facts.
Every single Friday,
Is this an ad?
send you a recipe for one of these.
Bro, this is an
homemade-
ad.
And
This is an
James
ad.
isn't the only patient with a big appetite for breakfast, as Dolly, who appeared in the same season, shocked viewers with the sheer amount of eggs she uses every single day. Dolly Martinez is someone my subscribers already know all about, as I've just released a video calling her the most immature patient ever on the show.
Oh my God.
For good reason, after she moved into a drug den to avoid Dr. Now. But her diet is somehow even more shocking than that. She lives with her best friend Cheyenne, who to be honest could also be a star on the show, and this means that they both indulge each other's bad habits.
Oh, this is bad. Yeah, see what he said? They both indulge in each other's bad habits. They are both enabling each other, bro. They are literally a product of each other, of their environment, of what they do, bro. They're never gonna escape this mentality.
Indulge each other's bad habits. So when Dolly asks for 15 eggs for breakfast, Cheyenne didn't bat an eyelid. Obviously, egg prices are insane at the moment in America, with a dozen eggs costing around $5.50. So on average, the amount of eggs alone probably cost her $7. To make matters worse, a single egg has around 70 calories in.
How much does she use?
Taking into account the oil she used for cooking, this is around 1,100 calories worth of egg. And she doesn't stop.
Bro, she's cooking sitting down. And look, this is what I meant, bruh. At some point, look at her nose, bro. Look what's on her nose. At some point, you have to really look at your situation and be like, damn, I'm living like this. I need this in my nose because of my weight. Bro, I don't know if I could watch this, bro. I'm judging. Girl, get up, man.
This is around 1,100 calories worth of egg, and she doesn't stop there, adding as much cheese as she could physically hold into her eggs. Obviously, there's no exact number here as she just gets a fistful, but let's be generous and say that that's 500 grams of cheddar cheese, which would be yet another 2,000 calories, bringing breakfast to 3,100 calories. It should come at no surprise then that when she's finally weighed, the scales show a staggering number.
Step down. We're gonna be going to room 5.
How did that happen?
Oh my,
It's a
look. Come on, girl. Look, she has to walk around with this. Oh my God. No, bruh.
actually a lot more than I thought I was going to see.
Don't you like tortas, Vash? Yo, bro. Chad, can we get a 2-minute timeout on that? Yo, don't do that again, bro. Hell
There's
no.
no way I gained that much. So that makes no sense. That's impossible unless my skill at home must be wrong.
Somehow Dolly thinks that her diet couldn't have brought her to that weight, and Dr. Now was quick to explain how dangerous her situation had become.
All right, so you are 593 pounds and you're 5'2".
Yes, sir.
So your BMI is 108. So that's a very high BMI. And your body is under a lot of strain because of that.
And just like Dolly,
Wow.
Maya's body...
Bro, she's 5'2", weighing 593 pounds, bro. My girlfriend is 5'2". Actually, no, 5'3", because we did the little tape measure. Damn, she grew an inch. Tight shit. Anyways, I cannot imagine her at 593, bro. Hell no. What the hell, boy? Imagine walking around you 5'2", 5'3", bro. You like this. Couldn't be me, Chad. I'm 6'2".
She was under a lot of strain too, caused by her addiction to fast food drive-thrus. Maya appeared in season 7 of the show and started her episode weighing over 600 pounds.
What? Almost 700? Bro, she got 400 on each thigh.
Food drive-thrus. Maya appeared in
Son, this joint about 300, 700.
season 7 of the show and started her episode weighing over 600 pounds, and it's not hard to see how she got there. Because she's so large, despite being able to walk around and bathe herself, her boyfriend Christian needs to do pretty much everything else for her. This makes her attitude even more frustrating, as she lies to her boyfriend about where she goes during the day.
He doesn't know when I go to get food because I get dressed to go out and I tell him it's for errands.
Oh, wow. Wait, she's able to move at that weight? Find that to be impressive. What? The reason for you doing it is not impressive.
Errands. But it's a lie. Because the only thing I'm going to do is eat.
Maya lies to her boyfriend so she doesn't feel judged and embarrassed about going to multiple drive-thrus. This may sound obvious, but I think it's quite clear that Christian knows she goes to the drive-thrus and just wants to keep the peace. In the car to the drive-thrus, Maya admits that sometimes she will go to 4 places in a row, which is more than most people will go to in an entire month, let alone in a single morning.
That's
Her first stop is
true. Wait, that's a bar. She goes to 4 different places in one day, and that's more than what than some people would do in a month. Nah, these builds are America exclusives. Why are we like this, bro? Anybody can find love. True. Mind y'all, chat. Some of y'all are single, bro, and she got a man's. That's all I gotta say.
It's McDonald's, and her order is mammoth to say the least.
Can I get 2 sausage burritos, a bacon, egg, and cheese, and a sausage muffin with egg?
So with her order of 2 sausage burritos, a bacon, egg, and cheese, and a sausage and egg muffin, this brings her calories to start her morning to around 1,200 and costs around $15.
That's not bad.
But this wasn't enough, and Maya isn't full yet.
There's no words for that feeling when you taste something you love. It's incredible. but it feels like that meal is gone in a second. So I move on to the next things I'm craving.
Next, she pulls up to the Arby's drive-thru and puts through another massive order.
Can I get a beef and cheddar sandwich, jalapeno roast beef slider, and your ultimate BLT sandwich?
With the beef and cheddar sandwich, a jalapeno
What is
roast
that?
beef slider, and an
What is
ultimate
that?
BLT sandwich, which by far has...
What? This is fun. Oh, that shit looks pretty good. Arby's, we have the meats. Yo, bro, what the hell is this? Who eats at Arby's, bro, for real? I might do an Arby's mukbang, bro, just for y'all, because I have never, ever touched this restaurant, ever.
Jalapeno roast beef slider, and an ultimate BLT sandwich, which by far has the most calories of any of her meals this morning. All confirmed, she digs in yet again. She decides to enter a spree of drive-thrus here, and finishes her morning having eaten 2,679 calories and having spent $31, which is probably enough to feed 2 or 3 people. I'm going to make a full video on Maya, as her addiction to food was so strong and her relationship with her family was made extremely difficult because of that. So make sure you listen to Dr. now and subscribe to my channel.
I encourage everybody to subscribe to the Greg's YouTube channel and enjoy the videos.
Now, although Maya
snap.
hid her food addiction, Bethany was much more brazen about hers, as she has her children bring her a ridiculous amount of fast food to binge on. Bethany's episode starts with her saying she hates her life, and she's in constant misery.
Oh my
At 4 years old and
god,
600
duh. Look at her ankles.
with her saying she hates her life, and she's in
Lord. All that weight on your feet, man. And when you walk, you're already putting like a lot of pressure on your feet. Oh my god.
constant misery. At 4 years old and over 600 pounds, she needs her 10-year-old daughter to help her get ready for the day. She has another 18-year-old daughter that does cook for her, and she does start by cooking her mother a breakfast of 3 eggs and some toast. This is just a normal breakfast.
Yeah, that's
obviously
normal.
isn't too crazy. However, Bethany gets hungry during the making of this breakfast, so has a muffin and a bun and a packet of what looks like crackers before she has her breakfast. This is pretty tame as far as
She needs an appetizer for breakfast. No, she needs an... Wait, what? She gets hungry just thinking about the food that's being made, so she's need an appetizer for the breakfast. But the breakfast not even that bad though.
Life breakfasts go though. And the real shocking meal comes later into her episode as she orders a pizza feast all for herself. When
That's
her
like me,
daughters
though.
arrive home from school, they order a meal consisting of 2 pizzas and a massive box of multiple slices of garlic bread.
Please tell me you're feeding your family too, bro.
Find the specific restaurant, but not being from America and my knowledge of the fast food chains over there being limited, we have to make some assumptions here. So it looks like 2 large mushroom and pepper pizzas, which would have around 3,000 to 4,000 calories in total.
Yeah.
But what really takes the cake is the massive box of cheesy garlic bread she orders for basically all herself.
That's when food became this thing in life,
What?
like it is now.
Oh my god, I thought it was 4 of them. I thought it was this much. Well, that's 5.
For
Look!
basically
Like it is.
What? You can feed your family with this. Y'all can have a little party at your house and put this box out for people to pick from.
Is now where I have to have it.
At my count, there's 15 slices there, and at minimum 350 calories per slice, that totals up to 5,250 calories just on garlic bread. She does give a couple of slices of pizza and a slice of garlic bread to her daughters, but not too much. And it looks like
we
it's safe to
don't need
assume
this angle, twin. Chill.
that she ate no less than 8,000 calories in this one meal. She does leave the crusts though, so maybe she saved some calories there.
The only thing that could help me escape it was food. So I was just eating my way through life at that time and gaining. So I put on another 100 pounds after that and got up to the 400s by the time I was 15.
Now, like Maya before Bethany, Karina also tries to hide her food habit, but in a very different way. Featuring in season 6 of the show, and much like the other stars, her first thought every morning is that she survived the night. Her following thought is wondering what she's going to have for breakfast, which is the sad reality of living with a deep food addiction. She lives with her parents, and the only time she leaves the house is to the grocery store with them, while being carried in the back of their people carrier. But she only does this so she knows her parents are going to buy what she wants from the store.
My parents have to drive me, and I sit in the back of the van on the floor. So they literally had to fold the seats in the van down, put a blanket on the floor.
As she's wheeled around the store, her parents do not question anything.
Yo, I'm not even... yo, bro, hold on, bro. I'm not even laughing at her. I don't know, bro. I thought of something in my head. Like, she really gotta lay on the car. She got the wrong... bro, you're going to hell, bro. She got the wrong jiggle physics. Oh my God.
As she's wheeled around the store, her parents do not question anything she wants. Ice cream, chips, cakes, and more, with nothing being off limits.
Bro,
Even
come
though
on.
her parents don't question
What?
her meals and know she eats a massive amount of food, she
just rubbed her hands. Come on, share with your parents, bro.
Even though her parents don't...
Real shit, I eat hella, but how can you be so addicted to this? Like, how y'all can't walk or have to get wheeled around? Yeah, no, I agree. I know there's always the argument that, oh, it's some sort of, I don't know, disease or addiction or whatever, blah, blah. You can't stop it. But like, bro, that's what I mean. Like, at some point, you as a human being should be able to look at yourself in the mirror or just take a step back and self-reflect and be like, yo, I'm being wheeled around. I gotta lay in my car for me to be transported. I gotta do this. I gotta pray at night that I'm able to make it through the morning. You know what I'm saying? So like at some point, you gotta be able to say, yo, you know what? I don't wanna live like this no more, but...
question her meals and know she eats a massive amount of food, she still attempts to hide her addiction. When her parents leave for the evening and go to dinner, Karina allows herself to order even more food.
I have 2 medium pizzas with pepperoni and sausage, 1 order of cheese sticks, 24 honey chipotle wings, and the double chocolate chip brownie.
Delivery or carry out?
This will be for delivery. Thank you.
When the food arrives and is laid out on the bed, Karina rubs her hands together as she looks at the mountain of food in front of her. Starting with the medium pizzas, they probably have at minimum 2,500 calories in them each. And I'm not sure what restaurant she got them from, but if we go off the Papa John's menu, those 24 wings will have another 2,500 calories in them, the majority of the calories coming from the sauce they are in. She tops the meal off with a brownie, with one square
Something
having
sweet.
250 calories, so another 2,250 calories there, and a garlic bread, which is at minimum 1,000 calories. So in this absolute feast, she will devour around 8,250 calories.
In
which
one meal!
explains how her weight has ballooned to this size, and has now meant that her bed needs to be held up with cinder blocks.
What?
It makes me...
Yo, cinder blocks, brother. Oh my God.
Up with cinder blocks.
It makes me feel warm and good inside, if only for a short while. But I'm afraid that one day I'm just gonna need too much. I'm probably gonna die from a heart attack, or I'm gonna suffocate. But I can't stop myself.
This somehow wasn't as big as the next patient's meal though, which actually was so large it made headlines in the news. In season 11 of the show, we met Chris, whose legs are so fat that they push against each other, meaning he can barely stand up. Despite this, he can take care of himself and do most daily tasks, which includes making his own breakfast.
My weight makes it challenging to cook the kind of breakfast that I want because of the weight and the fat between my legs.
Bro,
I can't stand
cameraman. Yo, bro, cameraman.
up straight, so they're constantly pushing apart, which makes it really uncomfortable to stand in the kitchen for a long period of time. So I actually have to sit on a cooler.
What's your butt out, bruh? Some said Roblox character this is. Wait, I know people that have this. Y'all paid $165. Yo.
This is the scene which made headlines and led to comments.
Whoa, did you see that?
Sit on a cooler that I sit on when I cook.
This is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yo, my entire family can eat from this.
The scene which made headlines and led to comments such as, "This is my food for an entire week." Honestly, it isn't an exaggeration. Now, it's pretty impossible to track the calories of this meal as he just has a pan full of bacon, another massive pan full of scrambled eggs, sausages in the oven, and of course, cheese to melt on top. Chris puts all of these ingredients into a breakfast burrito, of which he makes 12. 12 whole breakfast burritos smothered in sauce.
I make the meal with my stomach, not with my brain. So I have a really big meal. And when I start eating, as soon as I hit that first bite, I eat it all. I call it going red. I can't stop.
He doesn't even take these burritos to a table and prefers to eat them at the kitchen bench to allow him to devour them quicker. Although Chris didn't eat a healthy meal, at least he made an effort to cook his food, which can't be said about Holly, who decided on the day before her weigh-in at the doctor's office, she would order a greasy Chinese meal. Now, there's not really an insane amount of food here. Well, maybe it is for the average person, but the real craziness comes from the timing of her decision to get this Chinese food.
Right before you're going to get weighed in? Is that not a very important day for you? Why would you then eat whatever she's about to eat, he or she,
which is obviously extremely high in fat, oil, and salt.
Yeah.
Since we just moved in,
she.
we're not really set up to cook. So we're ordering delivery from places around here a lot until we can get some pots and pans and stuff to cook with. But Ray said he's gonna look for a job tomorrow, and he'll get all that while he's out, and we can start prepping healthy meals.
Holly uses the excuse that she's just moved into her home and she can't afford pots and pans. But looking at the size of her Chinese order, surely that could have been swapped for something healthy and bought some pans to cook with. So she has a massive Chinese meal on the night, knowing full well in the morning she's going for her weigh-in with the doctor, in which she has a goal to lose 50 pounds, and that goes about as well as you're expecting.
Yeah. 6'11". Oh, she lost 18 though, I mean.
I'm really upset, and I don't understand why my progress isn't that good. So I'm shocked and confused and nervous to hear what Dr. Now is gonna say.
She doesn't lose as much weight as Dr. Now was expecting, which caused him to question why she values food and chocolate over living. This led to one of his angriest moments, and if you want to see the rest of Dr. Now's angriest moments, click the video that's on your screen now, and I'll see you
in the next one. Oh my God. Vash, you weighted it yourself today? No, but I did weighted it myself last week and I was 166, which is good because when I moved here, I think I was like 160. So I'm up 6 pounds. Yeah, W Mexican girlfriend. Awesome, feeding me lots. This video is fire, bro. 600-pound life. I cannot watch the show, bro. I'm gonna end up getting mad. Like, I just can't. I don't know how people make this type of decision.